Welcome back aboard Blurred Force One with your boys Mo and Lottie. And today we're reviewing My Adventures with Superman, Episode 8. It's entitled Zero Day, Part 1, and it's coming to you from Max. So, what did we think about it, and should you be watching? And before we get into the review, get down there, hit like on this video. Lottie, I knew, I felt in my bones that we were coming to a kind of a head on this whole General Lane, which they haven't even called him. They call him the General. It's General Lane. Like, let's just get that out of the way. The whole bit with, Task Force X and the super weapons, all of these things have been sort of bubbling around the edges of everything and have had to do with things that are in the past and the future, so forth. And also, in the previous episode, there was the whole revelation that, there's a multidimensional League of Loises who are sort of, trying to police Clark Kent, at least bad Clark Kent. So Lois is wrestling with that knowledge, and Clark is wrestling with his newly developed super hearing, which is sort of driving him to just try to help everyone at all times, and it's kind of messing him up. And in the meantime, Task Force X is like, it's time to do something about this whole Superman situation. So, and also just to add something else on there, we get a bit of Batman lore in here where Vicky Vale comes from Gotham City to write an expose about Superman. She's doing a little J. Jonah Jameson work there.
Hating ass bitch.
I feel like I summed that up pretty well. So, Lottie, man, this episode went off. In my opinion, I think it went off pretty hard, especially towards the end with all the action. But what did you think about it?
Best episode. Best episode. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. It's just crazy where this whole entire show has gone. I was talking about this with one of my friends, and he was saying the same thing. He's like, from watching the first two episodes, you would have never guessed it will be a multiverse thing. And it's just crazy how this whole thing is gone, where Superman, they're doing the more anime thing of Superman learning his powers instead of just having them all. He's gaining them one by one, where now he has like super hearing, and he's learned how to use it to where he can literally echolocate people in the sea of other hearing stuff. Like, can you imagine that, man? You can hear people crying for help, but you have to make a choice of which person to help at that moment and everything like that. It's one of those things that it's like, I like when it's one of the things that I like that Zack Snyder did and this show did, is that super hearing is a curse. Like, you're only one person, and you can hear people crying and dying for help, but sometimes you just gotta go to sleep and rest. But in the back of your mind, you hear this person crying.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's one of those things. It's one of those powers that Superman has that nobody goes into that much, but I like how this show really leaned into it, because this Clark Kent is one of the best Clark Kents in the of all the Supermans that we know. Like, he's willing to break down his body and mind to save people and just do the right thing, and not even save people, to save a cat out of a damn tree. This man is willing to not get sleep over that.
Well, he's kind of an idiot for the cat thing. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like,
it is.
Like, chill out. This, and also it explains, like, oh, why is there a fortress of solitude? Well, because motherfucker got to sleep. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
He's burned the candle at both ends in this episode. And shout out to Jack Quaid. Like, he is legit, like, becoming one of my favorite portrayals of Superman at all. I understand this is very anime, inspired and everything like that. And also, I would also say this is also inspired by some, American cartoons also, this sort of portrayal of Superman. I think Jack Quaid's just kind of killing it in his voice work here. But I
Hmm.
mean, this episode kind of got a little bit of everything, you know? It's the whole newspaper aspect where you got Jimmy and Lois trying to manage Vicky Vale, who, you know,
Fucker.
she's doing her best Fox News, you know, sort of situation of what, you know, what bleeds leads. And she, you know, she's got her biases and all that other good stuff. But I thought she was really good. I like the character. I like the fact that she is definitely going to be a part of this show going forward. She's going to be the J. Jonah Jameson for Superman. I'm with it. We need some of that stuff. That kind of energy. Everyone loves Superman. Yeah, okay, but you know, I like the idea that that's not necessarily true, and that Superman on an off day. Let's be fair. Let's be fair about this. Superman on an off day using superpowers, that ain't good, right? Let's just be real
Yeah.
about that. So yeah, it's cool when he's a good guy, but like it takes one thing to realize, like, wait a minute, this dude, no. And so you kind of get an idea about like the whole Lex Luthor or what he's really kind of getting at. But
Hmm.
I mean that's not really what this episode is about. Really, it's more about, you know, Task Force X is just like, hey, you know, we got people with superpower weapons. We're gonna go capture this damn Kryptonian, and it leads to a pretty great, you know, series of you know, action beats. Like, I mean, we know they can't win, right? But Superman doesn't know that. He doesn't know his limits or anything. He needs to do a limit break, if you will. But it was cool to see all these people he's sort of dealt with before come back, especially Ivo, who I thought was jacked. He was done, you know, like Lottie. I did not expect to see him come back at all.
Are you talking about come back fully healthy? I
Well,
kind of saw it.
well, I mean,
I mean,
how
not
long
this
has it
early though.
been? Well, how
Yeah.
long has it been since he got like literally like, you know, jacked up, like broken down and everything? He looked like, you know, Mr. Glass from fucking you know, Unbreakable. Like that's the shit he looked like. So I was like, how's he back? But yeah, they were going hard on my man, and yo, it wasn't enough. Surprise. The only honestly, if he had said, you know what, I'm just gonna kill all of you right now, it'd have been over, right? But
Yeah.
Clark Kent, he's a Boy Scout. He's not gonna sit there and kill these people, even though he can. And
Yeah.
that sort of leads to like this whole situation at the end where he's captured, which is why they say part one. Which Lottie, I want to ask you. I feel like this is concerning to me. Because doesn't it feel like we're heading towards the end of the first season?
Yeah.
How I don't like that. These are 20, 23, 22-minute episodes. How fucking dare you do 10 episodes and that be
I
it?
kind of agree. They're going in a extremely fast pace of handling this show, which I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing, but it's definitely something like you said that I'm like, damn, they're kind of just speed running this right
Well,
now.
when I said speed running, I was just like they're speed running some of the annoying shit in that they do within Superman stories. You know, the whole Lois, is she ever going to figure it out? You know, are Lois and Clark ever going to get together? What about Jimmy? All that shit right there. Speed run that because that stuff's annoying. Like drawing that stuff out is annoying. This isn't a damn soap opera. You know, we got to actually. But 10 episodes for a season, that doesn't sit right with me. This isn't this show's fault. This is a trend that is unfortunately normal now in streaming and everything. And I'm like, can y'all please make an actual season of a show? Like, I really love this show. Like, I'm gonna say it straight out. I love this show. I've enjoyed just watching it, going through it all, and it is gonna bum me the fuck out when episode 10 comes around. They're like, well, we'll see you in a year and a half. And I'm like, God damn, you know what? Was that really 18 months worth of content that'll make me satisfied until then?
No,
You just
it's here's the thing: if you're gonna go the anime route, s- like you just said, 10 episodes in just a year. I'll just say this. I'll just say this, and so you can give me some pushback on this, but I don't see how. There's just no way I can see how what anime, like what Bleach is pushing out 24 episodes in a year, and the animation that they're pushing out, and this show comparing to it, you pick up your game. There is no way 10 episodes, and like you said, and then next year you're just going to do another 10 episodes, which animes are doing 24 episodes within a year. It's one of those things, like you said, it doesn't sit right with me too, because it's like when you said it like that, you gotta wait another year. I was like, yeah, wait another year for just 10 more episodes. I don't know about that. And it's sort of the same thing with like, I love the show, but Invincible as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's something that they need to improve, because we're not even getting
I'm sure,
at episodes with Invincible.
and
Shit.
I'm sure it's a budget thing. I'm certain of that. That's I get it. Like I understand there are realities here, but damn, like don't be playing with us like this. If you're gonna have high quality shit like, and let's be clear, my adventures with Superman, I don't believe the stupid fanboys that are just like mad because Lois has like that shortcut or there are the other stupid little things. No, this show is high quality. It's a great show. Really like this show. It's great. It just bothers me that all these really great shows are basically giving us half of a fucking sandwich when I need the sandwich and the chips and like the pickle and the fucking drink.
Yeah.
I need a whole meal. You give me a snack. Like don't do that to me. And this isn't just this show. It's many other shows. So that being
Can
said,
I can I give one quick theory before we end
yeah,
the review? Jack Quaid is the villain, right?
Jack Quaid's he plays Superman.
Oh, he's the place to play Superman. Who's the name of the villain again? Uh, for some reason it's missed my mind. But the guy who's head of
Oh,
the villain,
you talking about General Lane?
yeah,
Yes.
General, yeah, he's from an. Here's my guess. He's from another dimension. He's from the dimension where Superman is evil.
And that's why he's all like we gotta guard against them. That sounds good.
And how he knows Superman's powers. I
That
mean, he tricked
that sounds good.
Superman, because think about it. He knows about Superman's super hearing. He straight up tricked him. That invisible guy never escaped. They been had him, but he tricked him into knowing that Superman will want to help him and lured him into a trap. He knows about Superman's powers. That dude is he's from a dimension where Superman is evil. It makes sense. Think about the episode where they were with Cadmus. The man was not shocked to see a portal to another dimension, even though it's destroyed. He knows what it is. He just looked at it like, that's how I got here.
Right.
I'm,
That makes
I'm
sense.
almost fully, and think about it. When they have those full suits can fuck Superman up. I'm telling you,
they can slow him down.
they can harm. They can
Let,
harm him.
let's be real here. He was not he was not in peak. He was at.
No, I know that. Yeah, he's already 60% tired.
and not trying to hurt anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
And
but
they're
those
going
suits,
ham. They're trying hard on him.
yeah, but like, let's be honest. None of that technology exists in their time. That is futuristic technology. You know what I mean? Like something that you will see that the Loises will have.
Right. No, I'll buy that. It sounds right to me. So we'll see. I think we have a couple episodes left before we find this out. So either way, I think those are all of our thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think about it? What did you think about what we had to say? Get down to the comment section and leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And while you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. All that good stuff helps to grow this channel and helps more people to see these videos. All right, thanks for joining us. Come back next week. We're going to be checking out episode 9, the follow up to Zero Day Part 1. Until then, I've been Mo, your commentator extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend Lottie. And we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.